Good morning. Today we celebrate the Italian young people who changed the world before they turned 35. These are legends who, with lots of feeling and bravery, gave us gifts that will last forever. These aren't just stories. They show that inside every young heart, there's a whole universe waiting to be found. These Italians didn't wait for someone to tell them what to do. They saw an empty space and jumped right in, pushed by their strong feelings. As we learn about these legends, ask yourself, what kind of music is inside me? What special gift do I have that I'm waiting to share? The same fire that burned in Leonardo, Galileo, and Rita is burning in you too. Let's go. Let's start this adventure. Leonardo. Imagine a boy in Tuscany, seeing the world like a book full of secrets. Before he was 35, he was already a master, a painter, an engineer, a big dreamer. He watched birds fly and drew flying machines that were hundreds of years ahead of their time. People would laugh at him. Look at Leonardo, the boy who thinks people can fly. But he just listened to the idea that anything was possible. He painted famous artworks like the Annunciation and Baptism of Christ, showing light and feelings with every brushstroke. He looked inside bodies to understand life, drawing the human body with respect and great detail. Leonardo designed bridges, weapons, and cities. His notebooks are like talks with the future. He teaches us. Look closer. Ask questions. Imagine what could be. For Leonardo, art and science were like one dance of making new things. All of this when he was still young, creating something that still makes a big impact today. He saw the world as a statue that wasn't finished yet, eager to shape it. His best tool? Being curious, to see shapes in a flower and how things move in a river. Young Leonardo reminds us, the world is a playground for your mind. Run, jump, and play with all your heart. He didn't see walls, only chances. His young desire to know and create changed the world. Leonardo's story tells us to wake up our own curiosity and strong feelings. Now, let's look up at the sky. Galileo Galilei, a young rebel from Pisa, shook the world before he was 35. He went against old beliefs by dropping cannonballs from the Leaning Tower, proving that all things fall at the same speed. Galileo trusted what he saw more than old writings. He was a rebel for what was true. He built a powerful telescope and pointed it at the sky. He saw that the moon wasn't perfect, but bumpy, a world like ours. He found Jupiter's moons, showing that Earth wasn't the center of everything. Bravely, he said, hundreds of years of belief were wrong. Galileo was a revolutionary, fighting for the right to ask questions and to know. His young rebellion led to discoveries about movement, swinging things, and how things work. Timing a swinging light fixture with his heartbeat, he figured out how pendulums work. He saw the world as a puzzle, and his lab was the whole universe. Galileo's story is about being brave enough to look up and see what's really there. He wasn't just someone who studied stars, but a detective of what's real. His work started with simply asking questions. He inspires us to trust what we see ourselves. Galileo's youth was a time of brave discoveries. He changed our place in the universe forever. His lasting message: never stop asking questions. The universe is waiting for new eyes to see it. Guglielmo Marconi, the young man who taught the air how to talk. Not a teacher, but a tinkerer in his family's attic, obsessed with sending messages through the air. While others ignored radio waves, Marconi saw a way to connect the world. He built transmitters from coils and bells, making a bell ring without wires, a small trick to most, but the future to him. He sent signals across gardens and hills, using his brother's rifle to confirm they worked. By 27, he sent the first signal across the ocean, 3 dots in Morse code. Marconi won the Nobel Prize at 35. Marconi's idea made the world feel smaller, connecting all of us. His imagination changed how we talk to each other forever. What will you be brave enough to connect? Meet Rita Levi-Montalcini, a woman of great strength and amazing smarts. As a young Jewish woman in Italy during hard times, she was not allowed to go to school, but she refused to give up. She built her own lab in her bedroom using a homemade microscope and tools. In secret, she studied the nervous system with chicken eggs, learning how nerve cells grow. Her research led to the discovery of nerve growth factor, NGF, a key to our nervous system. For this, she won the Nobel Prize, but it all began in her small bedroom lab. Rita's story shows that where you work doesn't matter. What matters is your passion and determination. Her message: never let the world tell you what you can't do. Let's go into the world of atoms with Enrico Fermi, the Pope of Physics. As a boy, Fermi read physics books in Latin just for fun. His mind saw the hidden structure of the universe. By 25, he was a professor in Rome, leading the brilliant Via Panisperna boys. Fermi was good at both ideas and experiments, imagining new tiny particles and building machines to find them. In his early 30s, he shot tiny particles at elements, carefully looking inside the atom. He found new radioactive elements and the power of slow, tiny particles, which are key to nuclear energy. All of this, before he was 35, set the stage for nuclear reactors and the atomic age. Fermi won the Nobel Prize at 37 for this work. His youth was a busy time of discovery, creating a whole new area of physics. He had a special feeling, a nose, for nature's secrets. Fermi's story is about being super curious and doing smart experiments. He opened the door to the atomic age, with all its good and bad things. His lasting message: the power of a young mind to change what's real. What hidden worlds will you explore? Now, to the world of dreams. Federico Fellini. Before he was famous, he was a young man from Rimini, full of stories and a love for life's messy parts. He came to Rome not to make movies, but to live, working as a writer for newspapers, drawing cartoons, and soaking up the city's energy. Fellini's real movie education was on the streets, writing for famous movies like Rome, Open City. He learned to tell stories by showing the truth in a person's face. Even then, his magic was starting to show. He was fascinated by the dreams people need to get through real life. His early movie, I Vitelloni, made before he was 35, shows young people dreaming of getting away. It's funny, sad, and very personal, a masterpiece from his youth. Fellini mixed real life with memories and dreams, creating a new way of telling stories in movies. Before 35, he was already a big deal, winning awards and capturing people's imaginations. He showed us that the most amazing stories are hidden in everyday lives. Fellini's young ideas changed movies forever. His lasting message: find the beauty in everyday life. What stories will you tell? Finally, Alessandro Volta, the name behind every battery. As a boy, he was fascinated by electricity, not as a trick, but as a power to understand. By his early 30s, he questioned the idea of animal electricity, thinking the power came from metals, not frogs. He experimented, even tasting electricity with coins on his tongue. Volta realized the secret was different metals touching each other. He stacked zinc and copper circles, separated by cardboard soaked in salt water, creating the voltaic pile, the world's first battery. For the first time, people had a steady, controlled flow of electricity. This invention powered early chemistry, led to the telegraph, and is the grandparent of every battery today. Volta's young curiosity gave us a new kind of fire, portable power for the modern world. He was like a detective of nature, following clues to a big change. His invention was a huge jump forward for all people. Volta's story is about being bold and trying experiments again and again. He changed the world before most people finished school. What will you power with your curiosity? What an amazing trip! From Galileo's stars to Fermi's atoms, from Fellini's dreams to Volta's sparks. These legends aren't just history. They are a living fire, proof of how much power young people have to change the world. They didn't wait for permission. They built the future with their own hands. Now, who inspires you? Share your stories of young brilliance in the comments. If these legends lit a spark in you, subscribe for more journeys into what makes us human. Remember, your age is not what holds you back. Your strong feelings are your power. Go be brilliant. Bye.